आप सबको 2021 की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं. We have got into a brand new year and we all are hoping that 2021 behaves itself pretty well, proves to be a better version of itself than 2020 was. Now in January 2020, you would recall that we had done a video on who we should actually learn from, and I had said I personally think Virat Kohli is a major influence because he always believed that you need to be a better version of yourself today than you were yesterday. Now, who are my role models? Who are my heroes for 2021? The first, of course, are all the COVID warriors, be it doctors, medical staff, paramedics, nurses, the police force, journalists, who are all out there even when the COVID-19 pandemic was raging, battling it, reporting for us, ensure that things do not get out of control. So for all of them, a big salute. And also, the big lesson that we need to learn from these COVID warriors is that come what may, duty comes first. Duty comes first. You need to ensure that you are out there fulfilling what your responsibility towards civil society is. And that's a test by fire. That's a trial by fire. And many of the COVID warriors actually succumbed to the pandemic, to the COVID-19 virus. And yet they went on and on and on. Okay. So a huge gratitude to all the COVID warriors. Okay. And since I'm a big sports buff and I have reported on many sports in my career, and especially I'm fond of cricket, badminton and hockey, which is why most of the examples I take are from these three sports. Ajinkya Rahane. Now, look at Rahane. After the ignominy of 36 in the first test match at Adelaide, with no Virat Kohli, no Mohammad Shami, no Ishant Sharma, no Rohit Sharma, it would have been easy for Rahane to say, I don't think I can win with this team, which many said it looks more like an India A team, right? It would have been easy for Rahane to just give up and say, okay, I'll just go and try it, but I don't think, we are going to win. What did Rahane do? And what Rahane did, I think, was a testimony and a reflection of the kind of character that he really is. Okay. Now, people would have thrown him into the coast of Australia, of the Australia coast, if he had actually lost the Melbourne test. Comparisons would have been made with Virat Kohli, with MS Dhoni, and saying that he's simply not good enough. Rahane's career would have ended. But he showed himself to be a real leader in the true sense of the word when it came to the test match at the MCG. His lead bowler Umesh Yadav, remember, got injured after just 3.3 overs, right? So what do you really learn from Rahane? That everyone, every time does not have everything. हर किसी के पास सभी कुछ एक समय पर नहीं रहता है. He did not have 4 to 5 of his lead players, right? He could have made excuses, but Rahane did not make excuses, right? A real champion is someone who does himself and says, okay, chalo, ladte hain again. That is what Rahane did, and that's what he showed to his young team out there at the MCG, right? Now, we can't say, मेरे पास personalized tuition नहीं है तो मेरे को 90% नहीं आ सकते हैं. Sanjay has personalized tuition, that's why he is able to score well. No, that is not the attitude. That's not the attitude that Rahane showed, right? And that's what you need to learn from these heroes. That he said, okay, I don't have 5 of my best players, but I'll still go and show what I can do, right? Similarly, you can say, okay, personalized tuition nahi hai, no problem, right? My parents cannot afford it, no problem. I will learn from free YouTube videos where there is quality stuff available. I will fight, I will clarify my doubts, and I will still go and perform out there in the examination hall. Okay, so that is what makes a true champion, and I want each one of you to be that true champion. The second person is Mohammad Siraj from my town in Hyderabad. Mohammad Siraj's father was an auto rickshaw driver. He comes from that kind of a not very well-off background. His father, in fact, passed away when he was in Australia. He didn't come back because of the quarantine rules. So the family is still, in fact, in mourning, right? And just look at the journey he has traveled from the old city areas in Hyderabad to Melbourne cricket ground, right? From old city in Hyderabad to the MCG, right? His father would have obviously liked him to do his duty for India, which is why he did not come back and decided to kind of bowl his heart out at the MCG. Now, what do we really learn from someone like Mohammad Siraj? That a trial by fire is what makes you a better person. It brings out your personality. It makes you a true champion, right? In whatever field you are in, right? The tragedy in Siraj's life was huge. He had lost his father, his mentor, his role model. But he did not let it kind of become a negative. He did not sit and cry over it. Of course, he would have cried. Of course, he would have cried, he would have wept for his father, but he allowed that to encourage him. His father must have told him so many times that, Siraj, I want you to go and play for India. So when he got the chance to make his debut, he decided to become a hero at the Melbourne Cricket Ground, one of the best grounds, one of the most famous grounds in world cricket history, right? And that is what champions are really made of. So, in your case, fulfilling your desires, whether it be for a top rank in JEE or NEET or getting a 95% plus in board examinations, that has to be your dream, and you need to allow everything to fuel all those dreams, and that is what you need to learn from someone like Mohammad Siraj. The third person is Natarajan from Salem in western part of Coimbatore, right? From that kind of background, which is a little similar to what the kind of background that Siraj came from. And Natarajan, he was not even originally named. He was sent as a replacement after Chakravarti got injured. Then he made his debut in the ODIs and the T20s and ensured that he bowled very well, and everyone was impressed with his left arm pace bowling, right? And now, from a net bowler, he has been drafted into the squad for the test match, for the third test match, which will be played most likely in Sydney, right? So what a long journey. Even if he does not get included in the final 11, Natarajan truly has arrived. He truly has arrived. And now he's being spoken about as a bowler with the X factor. Now, what do we learn from Natarajan? That where you come from does not matter. To move from Salem to Sharjah to Sydney is what is Natarajan's big achievement. And that's what you need to learn. That you can actually always move from A to B to C, provided you make the right moves, provided you work very hard and do an honest job of all that work, right? And I would think that each one of you can be a Rahane, a Siraj and a Natarajan, and each one of the COVID warriors if you show the right kind of temperament. एक्सक्यूजेस तो सभी बना लेते हैं, बहाने तो सभी मार लेते हैं, मेरे पास ये नहीं है, मेरे पास वो नहीं है, वो तो सभी लोग कर लेते हैं. The real test of character comes when you don't have the accessories, when you don't have the necessary ingredients, and yet you are able to kind of make something truly worthwhile. You must have seen so many times your own mother, she may say, okay, मेरे पास इमली नहीं है, okay, मैं टमाटर से काम चला लूंगी, right? I don't have this particular variety of dal, okay, I will put that dal, I will do something else, I will do some magic at the end, and the dish tastes so well. That is the hallmark of somebody who is able to kind of use the talent and the craft to cook up a good meal with whatever ingredients she has in the kitchen. That is what each one of you need to know. That's why I say, whether it's Rahane, the COVID warrior, Siraj or Natarajan, or your own mother, there is a role model, there is a hero everywhere. You just need to learn to identify the heroes and take the positives from them. So I would want your resolution for 2021 to be not to make excuses. As I said, excuses to sabhi bana sakte hain. The real hero is someone who does not make an excuse and says, I will make this place my own. I will be the champion, right? So, and at the end of the day, always remember that people will always say something or the other. What matters finally is what you think, what your family thinks, what your siblings thinks, what your close friends thinks. The rest of the world just does not matter, because कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना, छोड़ो बेकार की बातों में भीग न जाए रहना, कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे. So, quote 2021, make 2021 your own. All the best to you. God bless you. Thank you very much for watching.